So in case you didn't hear, there's a new Liam Neeson movie that just came out called Honest Thief. This stars Liam Neeson, and it's got Kate Walsh. Wasn't she in Grey's Anatomy? I think that's what she was in. And we got Courtney, who's in all kinds of movies. Movies I don't like Suicide Squad and The Good Day, The Die Hard, the fifth one. Ugh, bad one. And it's got a couple other people. You got Robert Patrick from Terminator 2. And this tells a story about Liam Neeson, who is a very good robber who one day falls in love and wants to come clean about his crimes and, pay for his sins, get a very small sentence so that he can, live a long life with this girlfriend. But he wants to come clean, but he comes clean to these crooked cops who try to kill him, and shit just falls off. He goes off the rails from that point, and now he's running and trying to clear his name because they're setting him up for other shit. It's like a lot of other Liam Neeson movies. It's very generic in a lot of ways. Very, there's a lot of story elements from all these other movies that he's done. Non-stop, Commuter, Run All Night. He's running all night in this movie, just trying to clear his name, just like in all those other ones. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel. It's just a very standard, basic Liam Neeson movie. Not a good thing, not a bad thing. If that's your thing, you'll enjoy it. I think this is a movie for the average audience. I don't think critics are going to love this movie. It's already got a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, but when have they ever been accurate about anything? All right, they think Child's Play 3 sucks? No, they suck. All right, let's get that straight. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Overall thoughts, it's fine. I think this is a fine movie, but yeah, let's get into it. So, positives for this movie. I really like Liam Neeson. I'm a fan of a lot of his movies. No matter how generic they are, I can enjoy them. They're popcorn flicks. You're just like, all right, let's see Liam Neeson kick some ass. You do get to see him kick a little bit of ass in here, but don't go into this thinking it's like a full-on action movie. It's more thriller for the most part, with a little bit of action and some drama. Not a whole lot of action, but I like Liam Neeson in this movie. He has some fun at the bad guy's expense, scaring them and intimidating them. He's a pretty tall dude. I mean, he's an intimidating person, I bet. So he could probably kick your ass. No matter how old he is, he could kick your ass. I believe it. And I really like, his chemistry with Kate Walsh's character in this movie. I think that they should have set those characters up a little bit better, flesh them out a little bit more. There's not a whole lot of character development in this movie, which would be a negative, but there's enough. There's also some decent comedy in the movie that doesn't really get in the way or make you go, what the fuck was that? It's not like cringy or anything, but there's a character who has a dog who's going through a divorce that was the comic relief in the movie, but it wasn't like jarring or just eye-rolly or anything. It was fine. I chuckled a couple of times. And the movie moves along at a pretty good pace. It's very quick. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of character development here, so it kind of just flies by. Like, he meets the girl, he turns himself in, shit goes off the rails, and now he's just on the run. It moves pretty quickly, so I guess, that's a good thing, because you don't want to be bored during a movie. And I wasn't bored, so I'll give it that. But the negatives for this movie is just that it's just kind of generic, like, this movie's not going to take risks. There's no surprises in this movie. I wasn't, like, intrigued, like, what's going to happen next? It's just a standard film. It's just a popcorn flick. You're like, all right, let's just see him kick some ass. And unfortunately, he doesn't really kick a whole lot of ass. There's a couple of action pieces in the movie, but they're very short-lived. They're not all that inventive. They're just like, all right, that was fine. And I really wish that they just would have set up some of these characters more to where you are behind, or you at least understand where they're coming from, whether it's the bad guys, you understand why they want this money so much, why they're so desperate to get it, or why Liam Neeson is so in love with this woman. They could have set that up a little bit better to make me believe that he would just give up $9 million to go be with this woman, and then make me believe that, understand why this cop over here is so dedicated to getting revenge for this cop. But overall, it's just more of a middle-of-the-road movie for me, where it's like, I liked it, didn't love it, didn't hate it. It's just standard, kind of generic action movie or action thriller with Liam Neeson, and it's a little bit of a love story too, with a little bit of comedy sprinkled throughout. So if you're a fan of Liam Neeson and you like what I've said here, if it intrigues you, check it out at the theaters. But I would recommend maybe a matinee price, go in at the cheapest price you can, or just wait for this thing to stream or rent it at Redbox. And those are just my quick thoughts on Honest Thief. What did you think about this Liam Neeson movie? Where does it stack in your Liam Neeson filmography? Is it your favorite? Highly doubt it, but surprise me. Go right ahead. My favorite is Nonstop, of like his, action ones. I haven't seen a whole lot of his, other genre films, but of all the action thrillers, Liam Neeson, I think Nonstop, the plain one, that one's probably my favorite. I like Taken, but Nonstop is more of a mystery, and I like that one. So, yeah, what's your favorite Liam Neeson movie? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you like what you've seen here, hit this like button and become a subscriber today just by clicking on my cartoon face in about 5 seconds. And until next time, Auf Wiedersehen.